When you're collaborating, don't come and collaborate
There's some collabs you
with
see, like
photographer in Yanopaja or photographer that is
there's some Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So on today's episode I have Benard, Samuel. I'm not sure which one is the first and which one is the second. Is it Samuel Benard?
Samuel Benard.
Samuel Benard.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi guys, I'm Samuel Benard. I'm a model scout, a model instructor, content creator, and do a lot of side things just here and there.
I'm going to talk about work with Benard. That's like the most important thing.
Okay. I own a grooming agency, work with Benard, whereby we train scouts, models, and put them out there into agencies. Are you happy now?
Excited. I'm very excited about that. So anyway, you're trying to be anything. Why did you choose to work in the modeling industry?
I'll not lie, I'm not say it's fashion. I wanted to be a model since I wanted to grow up and all of that shit. But then leaving secondary school, my cousin was already a model, and then it was kind of a big deal at that time. She was signed on that bed, and then she was working the whole fashion week and everything, and her best friend. So at that point, I would just say she kind of influenced my life into the modeling world because I just enjoyed seeing everything about it, the photograph, the whole BTS and all of that. So I decided to just key into that, and that's when I started the whole modeling, everything modeling.
Did you ever try modeling like this?
Yeah, of course. Everybody had that piece where you want to really be a model and everything, but then there's the criteria, and everybody wants to be a fashion model. Let's put it like that.
Yes,
everybody wants to be a fashion model. So of course I started off, I want to be a fashion model, tried everything, but then I didn't get like the main big gigs like fashion week and all of that. Although I did work for some designers, but let's just be honest, it's just
you have throwback.
Yeah, I have some throwbacks. Yeah. So from there I moved into, that was when I knew there were like different segments of modeling, and then I started commercial, and it went really well because I did some ads at that point and all of that. Then school now made me stop because of school, like the distance and everything. So I couldn't keep up. That was how popular now came about.
So I'll be asking questions based on as part that you're a scout now. So when you see, how do you see potential in a person? I mean, everybody wants to be a model these days.
Yeah.
How can you tell that this person will be a good market for me? How can you differentiate from a normal lady or a man?
So the thing is, every agency have what they are looking out for. You get like what Fee is looking out for is different from what Bet is looking out for. It's different from what Fowler or any other agency out there is looking out for. So just like that, every agency have what they are looking out for. So in Bet we have our mood boards, which we work with the kind of models we are like to look out for. So it's just when I see the particular criteria, like your kind of face, your body structure, your face structure, and stuff like that, I'll just say, okay, this is actually the kind of person we need in our agency. So it's just like that. Something, it's just like a training, not basically a training, but just something you have to work with, just to know the kind of person you have to be. Yeah.
So you feel like everybody, every lady, every man has their market. They want to go into modeling.
Not everybody. I think that's the problem. That's the problem we have, because everybody's always like, oh, if you're passionate about it, if you
think about
it, you believe it. Exactly, that motivation. But then it's not like that. The modeling market is not like that because they have the kind of face they're looking out for. They have the kind of body structure. They have, in short, everything matters. And
not just anybody.
So it's not just anybody. Because you're tall does not mean you can model. Because you have long legs, because you can catwalk does not mean you can model. Point blank. It's just the honest truth.
So how do you think, like in Nigeria, basically, how do you feel like different sizes, different shapes? We have now as let's not lie, people that are like from like 4 to size 6 to 4, they have a bigger market than we that are size 10, size 8. So how do you feel like? Do you feel like we too we can have a market in this industry? Do you feel like it's more for the size 4, size 6 and all that? Do you feel like we can, plus size models can,
plus size, I mean, they're from 2 seasons ago, 2 fashion week seasons ago, and then this last one that was passed, there's an inclusion of plus size models now in the fashion industry. So I know they are trying to introduce the market into the industry. I know that even if we know 4 to 6 is bigger in the market than
size 10
or and all of that. But then I know they're trying to make a space for the plus size.
So you feel like it's evolving
in
Nigeria?
Exactly, in Nigeria, and that's a good thing.
Yeah, definitely very good. So as a scout, I'm sure that you get a lot of DMs. Of course, your DM is on the back to back. So how do you like to be approached from like aspiring models?
From aspiring models. Okay,
what should they know before coming to you? What should they have? Do you understand?
Okay, so I just love when you know what you're doing or what you're about to get into, or you've already had an idea of everything you want to do. So like you're messaging me, hi, good evening, good afternoon, good day. I want to be a model, and I asked for your Polaroid, and then you send me your Polaroid, and then I forward it out to Nigeria. I even go through it, and if I know, because I don't want to waste my time and send out to the agency. If I know you don't have what we're looking for, I'll just tell you straight up, okay, I think you should do this or do that, or my agency won't be accepting you because you're not the kind of person we want to work with, and all of that. So I just like when it's smooth like that, like you know what you're after, you've told me, and I've given you back to back. Not the one that you now come, good day, hello, I want to be a supermodel.
You not keep quiet, it's not like good day.
Yeah.
You're not like hello.
Hello, exactly. Hi, I want to be, you now go, I want to be a model. Okay, send me your Polaroid.
You know what is
Polaroid? You know, see, I get frustrated. At that point, before, the former me would say, okay, I'll be patient with you enough to be like, okay, this is what the Polaroid is, and I'll send it to you and then explain. But now I just feel like it's just like a career. Like when you want to be a doctor, you should already know what everything entails. Like you should have read on it or know 1 or 2 things at least. You get what I'm saying? But now because of you just like the glamorous life that is in front of you, exactly, you now be like, oh, I want to be a model too. You don't even know.
You don't know anything about it.
You don't even know. You don't like. Send me your Polaroid. What's Polaroid? Okay, what is your statistics? I don't know what is statistics.
Or they say they're like 11.6. Or no, they don't know how to arrange their life.
I get a lot of mad DMs that I would just.
Honestly, I can relate.
I'll just be off. So that's just it. I just love when you've already made your own research. You already know one thing. Even if it's just Polaroid, you know how to take Polaroid, or you've taken your own Polaroid. That's enough for me. And then I'll be like, okay, I know. You already know what you're doing. But when you don't know what a Polaroid is, when you don't even know what your statistics is, then how do you want to be a model? I mean, it is different when you're scouted on the road or in the marketplace.
Yeah,
definitely, I don't expect you to even know what all these things is, because I'm the one approaching you, and you don't have an interest, you get, in this thing. So I'm the one trying to interest you into modeling. And so I'll be patient enough to explain everything since I'm the one approaching you. But since you're the one now approaching me, I mean, come on now, you should know something. So
you're saying as an aspiring model, you should know what Polaroid is.
Yeah.
You should know your statistics.
Exactly.
Those are the 2 main things you feel like they should hit you up with.
Yes, you should know that at least. Then we start from there. We are going to.
If you can have a career in
the industry, exactly.
So let's go into work with Benard. What exactly was the idea behind work with Benard?
So it's just like I said now, during all those modeling days and everything. So when I started schooling in Futa, Akure was like so far, and then you get castings, and it's just sometimes you just see it and flash it. You can't come around because of the distance. So, and then there in Akure, I noticed because of, I would not say like I was popular, but you know,
we know.
some people already knew what I was into, and then I saw a lot of people were getting interested, but they don't know how to go about it because Akure is like it's not a small town, but then nothing is happening
like
in the town, no social activities at all, but everybody want to be included. So I just thought about it, okay, how can I do this to help, just like giving to the community and all of that. So that was when I thought about work with Benard, and then I did the first edition there, and then I saw that there was a lot of turn up, and then it was really informative to them. A lot of people learned, and I was like, okay, people can actually learn from these things at a smaller rate, because if I'm being honest, when agencies tend to do masterclass, it's on the high side, and not everybody can afford that. So it's just a little thing to just help people, and that was the whole idea. And then I said that it was doing good, and we started off with kickoff. Exactly.
So is it an agency? Is it an academy? What is it?
It's an academy. I'll say it's an academy for now, because we're basically just training people and like putting them out there, because since I'm also a scout and I have people working in with me that are also scouts, so it's easy for us to also bring you into agencies or find your marketplace in the this thing. And alongside we do bookings too, but then still doing that side by side.
So it's still coming up, you're just trying to from one step to another step to another step. That's very good. So you know that the modeling industry, some people see it as very glamorous, like see girls, like looking all good. So do you feel like modeling can be like a full-time career for some people? Like do you feel like it can be financially sustainable for anybody? Do you feel like they can just focus on modeling and be able to like feed themselves, have their house done? Is it lucrative in Nigeria?
Yeah, thank God you
in
said
Nigeria,
exactly. In Nigeria, I wouldn't advise anyone to be a full-time model in Nigeria. I would advise you to have something along on the side, because if we're being honest, some models don't get booked till Fashion Week period, and then so you're telling me you won't have food on your table from January, February, March, April. You get down to Fashion Week season, and then of course you can book the whole show, because I know some people book up to like 500 and 600k during Fashion Week season.
That's where the money is.
That's where the money is, exactly. So it's not 600k that will now take you from this season to next season. Do you get? So I don't think it's advisable for some people it might work, because I know some people even they don't wait for Fashion Week.
So just modeling is working for them.
Yeah, they get editorials, they get lookbook, they still get campaigns and all of that stuff. So
it can be sustainable for some people.
For some people, yeah. But for me, I don't think it's advisable. You should have something else, even if it's not a 9 to 5, because I know so many people are like, I don't want to do 9 to 5.
It's not me.
It's not me. It's not meant for me. I don't want to be. I don't want to have a boss.
I want to be my own boss.
Exactly, no. But then even if it's a little bit, and that's why I like
business.
That's why I like few. I think I don't know if she makes it compulsory.
Yes.
But then she makes most of our models to have something on the side. A lot of them have a lot of them have a lot of side stuff they are doing. So that's how it should be. Just be an entrepreneur and have something else that you can do, some stuff or do something, just so that you can have something else coming in.
We know that in the modeling industry, sexual harassment, you cannot hide this. It is rapid in the industry because a lot of young girls come in, they're very naive. They go to
young girls and young guys, not just girls.
Sorry, please. Young girls and young guys, they come and they're very young. Most of them 16, most of them 13.
Yeah.
So how do you, as you're a scout, people come to you? You're like the what's the word now? The
bridge between
exactly them and the agency. So how do you raise awareness to these young girls and young guys so that they have more knowledge of how it works and not so that they're not scammed or they don't go through this?
So the first thing I tell people is, as an upcoming model, never ever be desperate.
Okay.
Because when you're desperate and people see that you're desperate, they tend to take advantage of you. Because they know you'll be willing to do anything to get into the market, to be that professional model and all of that, and then they tend to entice you with different things. I mean, this is something I myself I went through when the whole phase I was going through during this period. So I just thought upcoming models, don't be desperate, number one. Number two, you should actually research on any opportunity that comes to you or anybody that come up to you. You should actually research about it before going into it. So like when I'm talking with a model, an upcoming model, aspiring model, I always tend to like keep it on a very professional and friendly side, so not to make it look like a yes man situation, and also to make the person comfortable, not uncomfortable. Sorry. So that's it, because I know a lot of people now. When I want to be a model, then you come to this place, come to that place.
You just put
address. You just carry your head and you just be running and you go there. When you get there now, it turns to another thing. You will say they've scammed me, or the one that will tell you pay 10,000 naira to register into this agency. I used to hear that a lot, and I get upset because I'm like, I don't know if you're thinking. Do you pay for somebody to pay you? Like, well, okay, even if you want to be smart about it, they'll tell you, 200k job, you pay me 10k out of the 200k job to get the 200k job. Why don't you give me the job, then take the 10k out of it and pay me 190? You get, but you will now go ahead and pay the 10k, and then they block you on every socials, and you're like, hey, they don't scam you. You are very stupid.
Wow.
It's upsetting because I mean, you're in Nigeria, and if you're even in Lagos for that matter, we all know the Lagos shine your eye something. You should be smart. Don't pay anybody money to join any agency. I mean,
but there are some agencies that actually take money for registration.
Like which agency?
I don't know. I'm just saying some agencies actually.
That's what.
But shall I make sure it's legit? That's the main thing.
No, that's what I'm trying. Okay, like now I don't know how it is, but how I know it is supposed to be. You
can only talk from the agency you're working from.
Not only the agency I'm working from. Other agencies. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. Is that you? Of course, you will end up paying maybe like a registration or something fee, but then that money would be taken from the job that has been given to you. You get what I'm saying? Aside them taking their fee, they'll take. Or do you think all these people all these people they fly to Paris, all these models they fly to Paris? It's not from their personal money. Exactly, it's the agency paying it. So when they get the job, exactly. So it's just like that, yeah. So you get signed, you get registered. The agency also wants to benefit from you. You're benefiting from the agency. Yeah. So at the long run, that's when you start paying these fees and all of that stuff.
That's true. So last thing I'm going to ask you is just give like a general, let's say advice. You've already dropped some, but like a general advice to upcoming models. Yes.
Okay, so aside from
because it can be depressing, honestly.
Yeah. When you're working, doing something for almost a year, and you're not getting recognized.
Passion will end. The fuel will finish. Your passion needs to end. So like, please. You need to make it money. So please advise aspiring models.
Aside the desperate stuff I've talked about, do not be desperate at all. Like, you smell it off you and get your money, get your coins and block you. Another one is you should actually, when just like you said that you're working and then you're not seeing anything, I think you should actually now look at yourself and ask yourself,
am I actually good?
Am I actually good, or like what am I not doing right to get? So at that point, I think you should now rebrand yourself. You should rebrand. You should work on rebranding yourself as a model and as a brand also. You should rebrand. And during this course of rebranding, you should actually try to, even if it's a 1 or 2 master class or an academy, so that you should go for training actually, so you know your do's and don'ts, and then
understand the market.
Yeah, and understand the market, how it's working, if it's going to be favorable to you, if you're going to even prosper in this market, because some people don't prosper in the Nigerian market, they prosper out there. So that's how it is. So you should now work on yourself and know that, okay, is this actually my market? Is this going to work for me and all of that? And towards the course of rebranding also, to know or to put yourself out there, you should start collaborating, because collaboration is key. Like, trust me, collaboration is key.
Please add this good photographer.
Not just say, I usually say it's exactly, not when you're collaborating. Don't come and collaborate with photographer in Yanopaja. or photographer that is.
There's some that living there that are what do you mean?
No, what I'm trying to say is that photographers that have like roadside studio, that is not the kind of
they are so because good. They started from the bottom. And it's not like they are bad. Just watch. Look at their work, please.
They are bad.
They're not. It's not the thing that have.
All those
roadside
photographers.
It's not the thing that have bad that are bad.
So if I book a shoot now with you, roadside photography.
I say aspiring. I've already finished aspiring. I'm not aspiring.
Okay, so don't for me, I don't, when you're collaborating, collaboration is the key here, but when you're collaborating, you should know who you're collaborating with. And I used to say that like you should have a team when you're collaborating, because of course nobody wants to, at this point everybody's like exposure won't fucking pay my bills, which is true. Like, I mean, it's your exposure that I'll use and build house in Banana Island. So what you should do is you should create a mutual friendship between these people, like how will I say, just create a friendship between them so that when you call on them, it won't look like you want to rip off them. They'll know that it's beneficial. And you should also have something that is making sense. Not like you should have a mood board that would also interest the photographer. And then when I say you should have a team, you should have like a photographer, a makeup artist, and a stylist or a designer that you want to be working with over and over again. Like that you guys can quickly do something together, and of course it's good to also work with upcoming people, so all of them will play together. So because if we are being honest, the people that are already big up there, they won't want to reply you because they've not seen your potential yet, they've not seen what you can do. So you have to show them something that will make them want you understand? And then please take classes. That is another. I just remember, take those classes serious, because during the course of collaboration now, you now want to do a shoot. You now go and do shoots, you now be posing like this.
They say what your angle, you be like, oh, what do you mean?
Or like, I usually see all those shoots and I feel bad for them, and they will not tag it that they are the professional models. Like, they'll wear denim on denim, Timberland, stand on top car, then they'll not do, my guy, no. That is not it. So like, just do that collaboration, and then when you've done all these things and it's not working for you, I mean, you should know when it's time to call it quits. You should know when it's time to look for something else and start doing. You should know when it's time to move forward, you get, because if you're doing something for 2-3 years, and some people will be like, oh, keep doing it.
It's not working.
Let's be honest, if it's not working, please find something else to do, because even the people that are there, that are doing it, their models that are getting sharp. Is that not the word? Like, they are not using them.
I'm not following. What's sharp?
Like, they have shined the market.
He's not saying that. It's not every time that the industry will be, that the work will be coming back to back.
Exactly.
Sometimes that it will be bad.
It will be really bad.
That's not what he's saying you should give up. He's saying that if you have been doing it for 3 years and you can see that you have not done a major job, or you know that
something that
you're not getting anything from it,
yeah, you should
just call it quits. But sometimes that is bad. Trust me, I can tell you. I thought that is good,
so yeah, that's just how it is. So just know when to give up and
so anyway, I think that I know that we have come to the end of this episode. So if you are an aspiring model and you feel like you have what Benard is talking about, please reach out to him. Tell him that you're from me. Does not after you come back to me again. Reach out to me.
Reach out to me on my socials at _Benard Samuel on Instagram, at _Benard Sam on Twitter, and then if I don't see your message, because I'll be honest right now, you know how it is.
Yeah.
So no, it's not that you can DM at Work with Benard. Definitely you get a reply from Work with Benard. Definitely.
So please DM from that one.
If you're an aspiring model, you should DM at Work with Benard. You definitely get a reply, and then we'll start off from there. We know how your future is going to be able to buy future.
The future will be in his hands.
Not my hands, it's in the hands of the people in the industry.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe. Before you go, hit that subscribe button. I mean, you can't come here and come and be watching free content.
Imagine.
Can you imagine? Entertaining you for how many minutes?
God damn it.
Getting wisdom and knowledge and understanding for free, and you don't want to